Just before we jump into the meat and bones of this video, I'm going to address the elephant in the room. Yes, I am wearing sunglasses. The reason is I've got a bad eye infection and the studio lights I've got on hurt that eye infection. So this is why I'm wearing the glasses. This video is going to be fully shade rack. Now, when it comes to talking about Astartes, this is an absolutely massive subject to talk about. For those people who don't know what that is, it was a fan-made animation that exploded all over YouTube a couple of years ago. For me, it was probably one of the best, if not the best, fan animation I have ever watched. And that's not just Warhammer 40,000, that's over any other sci-fi IP. It was that good. And what eventually happened is that he partnered with Games Workshop, and we thought we were going to get something over on Warhammer Plus very, very soon, like the next season of Astartes, and I think it's going to like 2.5, 3 years, maybe 4 years now. Please correct me if I'm wrong. We've literally heard nothing about it. We've been starting asking questions like, what happened to Astartes? I did a video like 2 months back asking that exact same question. What happened to Astartes? What happened to the content creator? Are we still going to get a brand new Astartes season in conjunction with Games Workshop? And it seems now we may have those questions answered. So let's jump in and let's get waffling. So let's start with the creator of Astartes, because it looks like we have some brand new exciting news in regards of him working on a massive Warhammer 40,000 project. This is all coming from a Reddit thread. I'll include that Reddit thread in the description of this video, but check out this image in the background right now. So this is coming from the artist who made Astartes' LinkedIn thread or page, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I don't have a LinkedIn. And it basically states that he worked at a Blur studio as a layout artist, as a contractor from August 2022 to January 2023. Now, if that doesn't get your bells ringing, it should, because these images in the background have just come out. It's just been a massive announcement that Blur Studios, in partnership with Amazon, are going to be making a gaming anthology animation show where they show off some of the biggest games in the world and give them their own little episodes, and Warhammer 40,000 is going to be a part of that. If the rumors are true, and the rumors are, and it actually looks like it in the trailer, by the way, that this is going to follow Titus, and it's going to introduce a brand new story arc to Titus. Apparently Idris Elba is rumored to be one of the voice actors in this, and we saw like a space marine with like the Idris Elba look in the trailer, which looked amazing. I'll try and put that image up in the background right now. So maybe this is what Astartes has been doing. We all know that he is literally a god among men when it comes to doing animation stuff, especially Space Marine animation stuff. So maybe Blur Studio contacted him because of the success of the Astartes show and said, hey, do you want to come and help us work on this brand new show for our anthology show, and maybe put some of your, talent you're used to work and help us create something absolutely amazing. I personally think that is what's happened. I think he's going to be a massive part of this brand new Amazon Blur Studios Games Workshop collab, and we're going to see a lot of maybe his type of style a part of that animation, his magic touch, let's say, a part of this new secret level thing. Now, on to the Astartes 2 discussion, because I'm sure there's plenty of people here who, have this whole hate towards Amazon and stuff, and I'm not really going to get into that in this video, but I understand if you don't like Amazon and you don't want anything connected with them. But let's talk about Astartes 2, because this is something that we've been talking about now ever since the Astartes project went over to Games Workshop. And the other week, when we got the brand new Warhammer Plus trailer and we saw like some of the sneak peeks and the writing all the post-it notes and put it on the board, it was kind of fun. And there was a lot of discussion about that in the social media posts, mainly over on GW's social media posts, and a lot of people were asking about Astartes. Hey, you haven't included Astartes in this, is it still happening, etc, etc. And they actually replied. This is like one of the first big official responses for me, where they're actually talking about Astartes. Again, image up in the background so you can read it along with me. This is from the Warhammer official account over on Instagram, and someone said, where's Astartes? We've been waiting for a while, is it dead and stuff? And they replied, that's fair, you have been waiting a while, don't worry, we haven't forgotten, these things take time, but rest assured, Astartes 2 is still very much in the works. That's straight from the horse's mouth. I think maybe it's taken longer than usual to actually put out there and create is because they probably had to restart the story because Games Workshop wants one of their stories told rather than one of his ideas told. Again, that's just me assuming at this point. And of course, if that's true where he's been jumping around and working at Blur Studios, for example, maybe that's where some of his time's gone. For people who don't know, I know he worked on the Grey Knight game that recently just came out. The name escapes me at the moment, the turn-based game. He worked on the cinematics for that as well. So maybe he's just been jumping around for studio to studio, creating some epic Space Marine stuff, and then putting all his spare time into this Astartes 2 animation. That's the way I see it at the moment. For me, I'm taking away from the information that I've been given that he's definitely worked on the Blur 40k stuff, and he's definitely still working on the Astartes 2 stuff. It's just about waiting now and hopefully getting some type of announcement maybe by the end of this year. But anyway, that's enough waffling from me. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. I thought I'd pass this information on because I always talk about Astartes, and we always talk about Astartes, and I think it's best to update you all as much as possible with what the hell is going on. I would love to get your thoughts and feedback. As always, if you've got any questions, anything like that, post it down below, and we'll have a nice little chin wag down there as we always do. See you in a bit. Have a great day, evening, night, wherever you are in the world, brothers, and bye-bye.